We went to a secluded area and we met a group of locals who had never met tourists before.
A friend of mine got robbed.
We did the sleeper train, didn't we? Which was good, but you're not going to get any sleep on it.
Oh, really? Why not? In this episode, we're strolling down the Southeast Asian streets of Vietnam. We're calling this episode The Good, The Bad and The Ugly. We're at An Bang Beach and we're trying to find some interesting people to find the good stories about Vietnam, the bad stories and the ugly stories.
How long have you been here? For 2 weeks now, I think?
Yeah?
It's my third time.
Oh, so you really like it here or you have to be here?
No, I like it here. Also, I've lived here before. Because I was a teacher here before. Yeah.
Where did you live?
In Ho Chi Minh City.
We're basically after the good, the bad and the ugly stories about Vietnam. What's your very best story in Vietnam?
The parties I had in Ho Chi Minh City with friends that I made there, other travelers, and I think that those were the best times I had.
Okay.
Đà Lạt, I like it.
And why do you like Đà Lạt so much?
I don't know, because it's cold. I bike a lot around there, have nice waterfalls, so...
Cool. The bad, do you have any stories that are sticking out but not so pleasant?
Yeah, also from a couple of years ago, a friend of mine got robbed.
Oh.
So while she was walking on the street, her back was ripped off from her and the driver just,
Yeah. I hear certain places where this happened. Where did it happen?
Ho Chi Minh. Yeah. And the police are not very helpful, so that makes it even worse, I guess. Yeah.
So they asked the police, but they didn't do anything?
No, not really. No, you're just a tourist, so.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. The ugly. Is there something that you maybe would change for the better of tourism Vietnam?
I think in some cities the attitude for the people.
Oh yeah.
Like they're very aggressive sometimes with how they speak to you, or like the sales. I guess. Like I get. Yeah. You're walking wallet.
Yeah, you are one walking wallet.
I think if they would be a little bit more humane towards the tourists, it would be nicer.
Yeah.
Not everywhere, but some.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I remember this is my second time. About 10 years ago, I've been here as well, and I didn't really like it because of this.
Yeah.
And I think it changed already a little bit.
Yeah, it changed for sure. Yeah.
So hopefully that will keep changing and.
Hopefully, yeah. Travel as much as possible, as long as you can do it, and just enjoy life and work to live and not live to work.
The best of Vietnam.
The best for me is definitely the food. Every time I go to eat, it's like really amazing. I enjoy every time, so that will be the best so far for me. Yeah.
And did something unpleasant happen while you were here?
No, not really. No, just some people, trying to sell you stuff, or they can be a little bit annoying sometimes. But it's really the only thing that happened to me.
Yeah, I think that's a very common thing. People's bothering you, and they're like, "Oh, I want to sell you stuff," but you're gonna have to just be polite and respectful.
Yeah, you just have to ignore them, and I'm sure they will give up. Yeah.
Or maybe buy something. I don't know. This is also possible.
Maybe, yeah.
You've spent let's say 5 or 6 days here in Vietnam.
Yeah.
So not so much experience, but can you say something that you would like to change about Vietnam, which made your stay easier or better?
Well, I didn't really like the traffic in Hanoi. It would be much better if they have underground or something, because the traffic jams and just to get somewhere is so difficult sometimes, unless you have a scooter. But still, I would be a little bit worried to drive on the scooter in such a big city as Hanoi is. Just travel where you can and enjoy your life.
Best stories. We've not been here too long, have we? But we came from Ho Chi Minh City, so we did the War Remnant Museum. Yeah. Really good. I say good. It was lovely to do.
Interesting.
Interesting. Yeah. That was a highlight. And Old Town, did Old Town yesterday. I've got some suits fitted.
Yeah.
So,
oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pleased about
in
that.
Hoi An?
Yeah, in Hoi An, yeah.
Nice.
That's where we're heading now. So.
Oh, okay.
To pick those ones up.
Yeah. Get the pictures with the lanterns and everything?
Yeah, not yet. No, we haven't. Might do that this evening.
So, can you think of one best story that happened in Vietnam?
We got across the border. Okay, that was a good story. It was a bit harder.
Yeah, that was a bit. We went by bus, didn't we? And we had to kind of walk across the border, which seemed which is a bit strange. But yeah, we managed it okay. Like there was no problems. It all seemed a bit dodgy, but it was all fine.
Did you get the 15 days for free or 2 weeks?
No, we're here for.
Well,
we had to get a visa in the end, didn't we? Which was. That's a bad thing, because it was just a bit of a nightmare getting it, wasn't it?
Yeah. To be fair, getting the visa for.
How much did you pay for the visa?
30, can't remember.
And then you get 1 month.
Yeah. But ironically, we're only here for 16 days. We got an extra day we had to pay for. But
Okay, well, we did the good and the bad. Well, the bad story is maybe the hustle in the border.
yeah, just the visas. It was a bit of a pain.
The ugly, something that you would change about Vietnam, something that make traveling for foreign tourists a little bit better.
We did the sleeper train, didn't we? Which was good, but you're not going to get any sleep on it.
Oh, really? Why not?
It's just really, really noisy, really loud.
Bumpy.
As well.
Yeah.
But it
Although
is what it
I
is,
slept,
it's a train.
but
You were
you-
fine, yeah.
yeah.
I was exhausted. But a good experience altogether. Definitely come to Vietnam, but also if you get a chance, go to Cambodia.
Okay.
We came
we
to
love Cambodia. Yeah.
It is missed a lot. People
Yeah.
do Siem Reap and that
And
sort of
then
it.
they move on.
Yeah.
But we did Battambang Bong and Phnom Penh and Camp Hot, and it was spectacular.
This is my third time in Vietnam.
Wow.
First time.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and we've been here for about 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks here in Vietnam.
Where did you travel from?
Cambodia.
We've been here for I think maybe 3 or 4 days.
What's the very best story that you have in Vietnam so far?
The best, it's hard. The worst is definitely falling on the motorbike.
Oh wow! Where did you do that?
In Sapa,
Yeah.
up in the north. Yeah.
Did you drive yourself and then you
Yeah.
just? What happened? Like how?
Roads were wet. First time driving the motorbike. Yeah.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah, but the best one from Mui Net to Dalat. This trip, at least. We went with like the easy riders, and that was really fun. Like an entire day, they showing us around, going there like to secluded waterfalls and stuff on the way. Yeah, so definitely this trip that has been like the best experience.
And why is that?
They know the area. We didn't
Hidden
like
gems,
see hidden gems.
For the people that don't know, Easy Riders is basically a local guide on a motorbike, right?
Oh yeah, we met him on the side of the road, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
He
Yeah.
was giving us directions to a beach, and then he asked, "When are you leaving to the next city?" We said tomorrow, and he said, "I can drive you." So very easy. Yeah.
We met some local people on the way. You know, he could speak English and Vietnamese, translate for us, talk to them.
Yeah.
It was
It
fun.
was really nice meeting the locals who had never met tourists before.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
during this Easy Rider trip, we went to a secluded area and we met a group of locals who had never met tourists before. So I think we spent maybe 15 minutes just taking pictures with them. They were super nice, very lovely.
That sounds really special. It must be one of the best. Yeah.
Yeah, actually it was. It was 100%.
And how about something that you don't like about Vietnam, or something that, it's just something that happened?
One thing that I'm not super fond of, it's the honking.
Oh, yeah, it scares you sometimes, doesn't it? Like,
Yeah, but it's more like whatever happens in traffic, they will always honk. It's like if they see you, if they're going past you, if they're going to turn, if they're going to, I don't know, anything.
Like, when you're not used to that, it's like a shocking thing. So you're just walking past the street, you think something's gonna happen, but they're just honking because it's custom. Yeah, that's what they do. Yeah.
is there something, maybe that's the thing, but is there something that you can think of that would make traveling in Vietnam easier if you change something?
Not really.
I think Vietnam is super easy to
Yeah,
travel.
it's been very easy. We haven't had any issues traveling from one place to another, and even within the cities, it's been very easy to get around. Yeah, there's nothing I would change.
You have like in all the major cities, you can take a Grab, which is super easy, and also you get a very good price if you don't know how to bargain.
Yeah.
And then night buses, you can go anywhere, super easy.
Yeah.
Maybe if it's someone's like first time going to Vietnam, just know that the buses are not going to be on time all the time.
I think Vietnam is the best country I've visited so far. We've been to Thailand, Laos, Cambodia as well, and I really love Vietnam. Everything has been great. Yeah.
Okay.
One tip I would recommend maybe is we've been like booking buses on different apps and stuff like that, and I noticed that it's always cheaper if you go to a bus station and buy there. So if you're planning on taking many buses, go to a bus station. You will save a lot of money in the long run.
In Vietnam since 2 weeks.
Oh, nice. And is this your first time?
Yes, first time in Vietnam.
How do you like it?
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah?
We love Vietnamese people and Vietnam is beautiful.
Yeah. We are based in Thailand, showing the beauty of Southeast Asia. Is this your first time in Southeast Asia?
We've been to Thailand before.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. And how do you like Vietnam compared to Thailand?
Prefer Vietnam.
Okay.
Yeah.
And why is that?
Landscapes. I prefer landscapes in Vietnam.
Yeah.
And,
It's got stunning landscapes, I cannot deny that. We are looking for the good, the bad and the ugly stories. Do you have the very best story that happened to you here in Vietnam?
My show.
Oh yeah?
My show.
And
yes.
why?
Yes. Because it was very natural landscapes with rice places. I don't know
Rice
how
fields,
to say.
yeah,
Yes,
or
okay,
paddy
okay.
fields, yeah.
Okay.
Is there something that you maybe don't like about Vietnam?
It wasn't always, I don't know, clean.
Okay, trash on the streets. You
Yes.
mean?
Yes.
Is there something that you maybe would change to make traveling easier?
A lot of people, of Vietnamese people, don't speak English.
Okay.
Maybe it may be an advantage if a lot of people speak English.
The good stories, the bad stories and the ugly stories of Vietnam. Luckily, the good stories are outnumbering the bad. This channel is based in Thailand, showing you the beauty of Southeast Asia, and now we are in Vietnam. We're traveling soon enough to Ho Chi Minh City to check it out over there. I'm gonna show you how I experienced the city, but we're also gonna meet a lot of interesting people again. Thank you so much for watching till the very end. I would like to say from Hoi An in the center of Vietnam, bye for now and stay champ.